the two can get confused. And it just, I like how it goes on a deeper underplot of in episode one, she's like, ghosts don't, she's like, aliens don't exist. He's like, ghosts don't exist. Guess what? They're both here. They're both real and both are kind of interchangeable. And that's dope to me. It was a good twist. Next thing is plot twist of the week. Plot twist of the week goes to, once again, Bleach. Why? Because raise your hand if you knew that Ichigo was gonna help the Almighty kill his daddy. It's one of those things like we were all under the assumption that Almighty was coming here to kill the Soul King. Mind you, we already knew that that was his daddy. We already knew this. I don't know why people said we didn't react to it. Why we had like why would I have a over the top reaction to information I already know? I already know that's his daddy. Like it makes sense. We saw him stab his father, but that wasn't the killing point. He baited Ichigo into doing it, which is absolutely fucking hilarious. Absolutely hilarious, bro. So Ichigo gets the top assist for helping the Almighty kill his father, and that's just that for the week. The best VA of the week, I'm giving it to Bell Crannell's VA. This man was working overtime. Man was literally working overtime, screaming his head off, got everything going wild. The training arc that Bell went through is the most range I've gotten to hear this VA use with Bell. Bell Crannell throughout Daimachi, he's very soft spoken, kind hearted. You know, the only times he really emotes is when he's like Lily, or he's like talking in his head and he's doing that low smart talk. This episode, I got to hear Bell Crannell do make sounds that I didn't know could come out of Bell Crannell's mouth. It was fucking amazing. The absolute range of that VA just going high, low. Send me my sin! Send me my sin! Ah, he gets fried. Send me my sin! It was good. Oh man. One of the best VA performances of the season so far, but definitely VA of the week. Honorable mention to my baby girl Wrath, Romani Conti, and ReZero in her fight against Amelia. She was pissed off, bro. And I could feel her pain. I could feel her wrath, some would say. There was true hate and despise and uh, just deep, deplorable feelings. And to this moment, I'm still not sure which man she's referring to Amelia stole. I don't know which man she's referring to, but her anger, I can feel it in the performance. To be completely honest with you, I would rank them Bell and Romani Conti, Rats VA from ReZero. I would honestly put them on the same level, but because I'm the type of person I want to make sure I stand on business, I'm putting Bell over the Rats VA for this week because the Rats VA, I kind of already heard the Rats VA in the last two episodes, flexing. Arigato, sumimasen. You know what I mean? I already got to hear some of that range. So hearing the anger part was cool, but not all that surprising. Having 5 seasons of Bell Crannell and not realizing he has that much range just made such a gap in the VA of the week this week, and that's why Bell got it. That's why Bell Crannell's VA got it. I do know that he's also the VA for, I want to say Tanjiro and somebody else, but don't quote me on that. But yeah, his performance as Bell this week, fucking amazing. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Just said Romani Conti and then put it together with Beltikis and Wrath. Beltikis VA as well. Yeah, but okay, see, I didn't know that. What about All Might VA? He was doing work, but he wasn't doing work like the other people, not in my opinion. He wasn't doing work like the other people, not in my opinion. He was putting it in though. I ain't gonna hold you. He was doing his thing. Okay. Next, we're going to Best Boy and Best Girl of the Week. Best Boy of the Week, we're giving it to somebody you already know. You heard his name. Little Rookie, Rabbit's Foot, Bell Crannell. He gets Best Boy of the Week for his superb date skills and his snack distraction tactics. Every man knows you get to a point in your life as a man where you need to know what snack you need to give to your partner to make sure whatever mood, whatever grappler energy they're exuding, you can put it to rest. And my man Bun Crannel, he hit two places where he's like, this wasn't in the handbook of how I'm supposed to deal with this girl. I'm gonna go get some food. This man, while she's talking, my man hits a little dash, goes, gets the food, and by the time she's done talking, he like, you want a bite? And she's like, nigga, what? It's like, a bite? She takes a bite, she's like, delicious, but that's not the point. But too late, girl. He took the steam out of your anger. And that's what you got to do. Best girl of the week goes the Toga for finding love and realizing that given the chance, she could have been normal. But also, she gets best girl of the week for, although she is the reason Ochako is in the situation she is in gravity, she also rectified that situation through her actions, and I can really appreciate it. She has a beautiful smile, by the way. Like people will say it's creepy. I don't think the smile is creepy at all. There's something endearing about watching someone emote without being held back that almost gives me a sense of jealousy that I always feel like I'm holding back my emotions in some way or another. The reason Himiko Toga smile feels so insane is because like throughout our lives, we've been beat down to not emote at 100%. Like, I don't get 100% excited. I don't get 100% mad. I don't get 100% sad. There's always like a little bit of me that's holding back. Her smile is completely unheld back by anything and everything. It's a true freedom of expression. And I can understand why that makes people feel uncomfortable. Like, you ever seen somebody like get too excited about something basic and they get so excited, you're like, ugh, what's wrong with you? That's what her smile is. That's what it invokes. It's such an unabated smile that it's almost unsettling. And that's why she gets best girl, man. Shout out to her. I love her, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I've always said I loved her. Ain't nobody gonna lie and say, man, director don't mess with Toga. Even when she was doing the most heinous shit she was doing, I'm like, yo, she kind of bad though. Shout out to the best boy Bell. Shout out to the best girl Toga. Episode of the week for me goes to Dan 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 Dan. That's two in a row for Dan Dan Dan. I'm not gonna hold you. Everything this week, seasonal wise, was firing on all cylinders. Right? Everything was firing on all cylinders. Dan Dan really Dan honestly gets the best episode of the week for the sheer fact that I said it earlier, Dan was able to make me go through a whole host of emotions in like 10 minutes. Like, if we exclude the fight scene towards the second half of the episode, the first 10 minutes of the episode was fucking beautiful. We get a little bit of world building. We get shenanigans with the talisman and the homie getting caught on fire, and we have to put him out. We get him being invited into a girl's house, and he's like, oh shit, this is weird. I ain't never been in a girl's house. It gets kind of horny for a little bit, but then it gets wholesome where he's like, yo, I yelled back at you because I've never had friends. I've always wanted them, but like I pushed people, but like I just didn't. And the reason I came after you and I yelled at you is because I saw that you made an effort and I didn't want your effort to go to waste. So I came and I yelled. And she's like, and the way that she just handled Okarun and the way that he interacts with her, it was fucking wholesome, bro. It just really was. You really had some deep feelings. And even after she hurt his feelings, she came up to him like, hey, my bad. And he's like, yeah, I know. And she's like, you gotta stop talking like that. It's like you don't have to, like, I'm friends with you because I want to be friends with you and nothing else. And I just thought that shit was wholesome. The reason why I feel it so much, because me personally, in my life, it's always have been women who've picked me up whenever I was down. I'll never forget in elementary school, one of my best friends to this day, the reason we became friends was we've always lived next door to each other, but we didn't really interact. It wasn't until one day I was walking to school and she decided she was going to talk to me. And then people saw that she talked to me, and then other people talked to me, and then I had more friends. I always had like, a few friends here and there, but like my first explosion of friends and like really being accepted was thanks to her. 5th grade, I got put into a new class. I got separated from all my friends. All my friends ended up in another class. I was in a class by myself. It was a girl who, on like this third day of the first week, third day of class, I'll never forget her name because her name is also the name of my partner now. And it's like one of those things like, I didn't really talk to anybody, you know. I wasn't shy, but like I just hadn't like come out of my shell yet. She's like, "Hey, come play with us." And then after that, open up the whole door. Same thing happened again in middle school, same thing happened again in high school. So watching Momo do the same thing for Okarun that I had women do for me in my life, it just warms my heart. It really does. Shout out to the shawties, man. Shout out to the shawties that talk to us that are viewed as less than, and then open the door for people to be like, this is just another dude. Like, why were we acting funny? Shout out to her for that. But yeah, we were able to go from funny to mystery to wholesome to what the hell is going on, and to be able to invoke that many emotions in one episode, that's amazing. So that's why Dan Dan gets episode of the week. Also, we're gonna give Dan Dan best animation because that alien fight scene went fucking insane. They had no business going off like that in that fight scene. Okarun with his dope ass little transformation. Where is it? Okarun with his little dope ass transformation, bro. Yeah, Okarun and his dope ass transformation, bro. I love how he transformed, and his transformation is the press. So as she's holding back Turbo Granny, and like his subconscious and the powers are the only thing that remains, and to see that he's just like a brooding like little emo boy like the rest of us is absolutely hilarious. The transformation was dope. The use of the powers was very realistic. It's not like it's unlimited. His body, he's like Deku. He can only handle so much. And like once his body hits like the max it can handle, it's like done, finito, finish. Um, the fight itself was dope. They had no business going off like that. Poor Momo getting fucking juggled by this goddamn fucking sumo alien rat bastard was insane. Her durability is fucking off the charts, but I'm gonna give it to the psychic abilities. I thought that in that fight, I was so pissed off at this sumo motherfucker. I didn't believe that when she said we just got to make it the hands touch. I was like, it's not that simple. And then it worked. And then this motherfucker grows extra legs just to fucking cheat. And it's like, fuck you, buddy. Fuck you, you little piece of shit. That was so unfair. Oh my god, don't even get me started. But the animation was dope. My favorite part though was this part right here where she shows true understanding and consideration. They spent the day fighting for each other, saving each other multiple times, and in an ultimate form of sacrifice, she literally got clapped the fuck up just to make sure that when it was time to activate the talisman, our homie Okarun wasn't going to be hurt too. If that doesn't show you, if that doesn't show you how much she thinks about him, like, and I'm not even talking about romantically, just thinks about his well-being in general, which is something we can all agree with. When a shawty cares about you, it's fucking heartwarming, bro. Yeah, it was fucking amazing. It was fucking amazing, bro. It was fucking amazing. Okay, so Momo did all this and he still have Toga as best girl. Yep. Yeah, absolutely. You don't have to agree. This isn't for us to agree. This is for me to talk my shit, sir.